Okay. Hey everybody, how is everybody doing? Hi Paula and Barbara and Jean. Um, and Alva. I hope everybody has had a good week. Um, Jean, you were all like snuggled up.
It's cold up here. It's supposed to get in. It was like 60 when I got up this morning, 64. It's in the 60s. It's going to get into the 70s today though. It's ridiculous.
Some
Where
people
are you?
Northern Michigan.
Oh,
But
some people want to come up and visit, I think.
yeah. Well, I mean, where we live our permanent place in Holland, it's been like in the 80s. So we're 180 miles north and 18 degrees colder.
It's
Oh
kind of
well,
crazy, isn't it?
it,
The
it
weather
is.
is really strange. It's been a really crazy kind of year. Um, it has been for a few years now. So our big thing to go over today is the hair, but I want to go back and see how everybody is progressing with the sky, the background, the body, and the greens. Anybody have any questions before we move on to the hair? Do you need any threads? Are you missing anything?
The, one question I have is where do we use the painter's thread? That green?
You'll use that in the green, you'll use that along with I used it in some of the greens.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I went between the silk straw and in the greens
Okay.
in this. So you can use all painter's threads, you can use no painter's threads. It's
Okay.
completely up to you.
Okay. And
Okay.
the hair you use one strand of each color, of each of the brownish colors, or
Yes. So just to reiterate, the stem stitch is the brown, the branches.
yeah.
Okay. And then the greens, I've used both the silk straw and I split that. You can't really split
Thank you.
you cannot really split the painter's threads is a little bit heavier. So on my heavier pieces, I just did long stitches inside of there and I used some on there. And as you can see, I use mostly the silk straw. And like I said, I split it because your pine needles tend to be very thin.
Right.
All right. So I split that. I don't know how much you can see.
When you
Okay.
when you
Michelle,
did the skin, did you go over the little decorations that fall on her skin?
Yes. Actually, the this part here goes over that as well.
Okay.
Okay. You can't see it. I mean, if you want to add it, you're welcome to add those, and you have enough sequins that you could add those back if you'd like to. I made sure that you all had plenty of sequins. Because some people like to go crazy. That being said, um, you are good to go either way. I just felt like there was so much going on that I didn't want the baubles, and with the braid and this being turkey work, I just felt that it didn't need that. So I did just go over it. And then when you get to, and then with the bodice being just continental or basket weave, you just didn't need it.
Okay. And one other question, what kind of ribbon did you use to tie her braid?
I just found something in my stash. I believe it's Neon Rays Plus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just found something in my stash and I probably should have thrown something in, but I totally forgot. So sorry. And
So
like literally it was
basically any ribbon that we have.
any ribbon that you have. If you have regular ribbon, throw it on. If you don't worry about it. So, and I
Michelle,
tied it right there.
what did you do on her waist? I saw when you moved the hair up, it looks
Okay,
like.
so on her waist, after I did all the beading on here first, after I had done the stitch, and then I went back and I took a row of beads and I made sure it was tight enough and I just did 2 row of beads just to accentuate the waist a little bit.
Okay.
You don't want to do too many because then you go over, but it just basically gives you a line.
Right. Okay, good.
Okay. Okay.
I know it's not there on it, but it pretty much just gives you a little bit of a line.
Michelle, are you still going to send us an enlarged photo of
I-
your work?
I did, but I can resend it.
I did not get any emails.
Okay, I will
Did-
resend it this week because I know that I will resend it. Not a
Okay.
problem.
Great, because I didn't get the recording. I didn't get any
You didn't
emails.
get anything?
No, I did not.
Oh my gosh, Barbara, I'm so sorry. You should have reached out sooner.
I didn't think of it till today.
So absolutely, I can send you, I will resend it all.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, I will resend the original recording. I will send this recording, and it may end up coming in a couple of different emails because it depends on how much, how much space it takes.
Okay.
Okay, and then all of the tutorials are, I'm also going to give you the address for the tutorials. We do have a YouTube page, so everything is up on the YouTube page as well. You know why it didn't, maybe you didn't see it, maybe it ended up in your spam because it might have been too big.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I will send you our YouTube, one thing I'll do is I'll send a separate page with our YouTube page.
Okay.
All right, just in case you don't get it.
All right. Great. I'll
That
also,
way you should at least get that.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll make myself a note to reach out also in a few days if I haven't heard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions on anything else to do with the body? How are you doing, Jackie? Jacqueline, any questions?
No, I'm good. I finished the background so far, and I'm working on the skirt, but everything's good. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Carrie, Janet, Marta.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good
Paula?
as well.
I'm good. I just have a little bit of the background done. I had family visiting.
Okay. Kathy?
Are you going to talk about how to cut the turkey?
Okay, so when you, once you've done, we can go over that. Yes, so I did go over it, but we can go over that again. So once you have done your loops, all right, and you're at your turkey, what you're gonna do is you're gonna, when you start cutting, you're gonna start slow. Because remember, you can't take it, you can't grow it back. So start high and then cut it down a little bit more. So somebody said to me, start small and continue to go down in little bits and pieces. All right. And until it evens. I use a double curved scissor because they can lay flat on the surface of the canvas and on the surface of the piece. You can even wait till it comes back until you've finished it, depending on what you're going to do with it. So if you're going to do it like an easel back, you can wait till it comes back to cut it. And
Oh,
just do it in small increments. And the reason I say that is because you might get to a point where you might like it a little bit thicker than I liked it. All right. And you can't bring it back. You can't bring it back. And the last thing you want to do is stitch it again.
do you cut all the loops first?
You cut the loops first. So you're going
Okay.
to cut through the loop and then you can start to cut it down, but don't cut it this much down. Cut it this much down.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then cut it and then look at it and say, okay, I need to go a little bit more. Then cut this much down. Walk away. Do something else. Say, all right, I want a little bit more. This much.
Okay.
Walk away.
How long should it approximately be? A half?
Mine's probably about a quarter of an inch thick.
Hmm.
If that. But it depends. Some people like there's a woman here that her turkey work looks like a rug.
Oh,
My turkey work never looks like a rug.
Hmm.
But there are people that they can get, and she uses a pet razor.
Mhm.
all right, to get it really even. That scares the living daylights out of me.
Me too.
Okay, because my feeling is I'm gonna cut it too close and I'm gonna have to start over.
Do you ever like comb it or anything like that?
You can absolutely comb it, and if you're gonna comb it, you just have to be very gentle,
Okay,
all right, to make sure you cut all the loops. So cut your loops first.
okay.
And if you do have a pair of double curved scissors, use them. You're so close, Kathy. Come on in if you're scared to death,
Yeah, yeah.
and we can cut it together.
Okay,
We can take that first cut together.
okay,
But it's once you've done it a couple times, it's not so bad. But you just have to remember that it doesn't grow back,
okay, okay.
right? And you just don't want to start it over again. Yep.
Thought it would be easier to cut it before you did the hair so that you didn't have all this,
It's
in the
much
way.
easier to cut it before you do the hair.
Okay,
Oh,
Do
Mhm.
you do the bodice before you do the turkey loops?
I did not. I just went straight down.
Okay.
So I did not. Some people work their way up, some people work their way down. Some people are all over the board.
Okay.
But I did not.
I have a
The
question.
last thing I did was very last thing I did do was I think I did this last. I did the greens before that, but I did the beading the very last thing. So I did bring this up here while I was doing the beading. And when it's on a frame, it's not that hard to do because it lays flat.
Yeah.
Or lays like this. It's not laying like this. And then yeah,
okay.
When you did the beading for the in between the bodice and the skirt, did you
Mhm.
have like all the beads on the string and like pin it down, or did you like individually stitch the beads?
Nope, I just went straight across. So I started on one side, went all the way across, brought it down, then looped it and went down again, and they are not pinned in.
Mm.
It's loose, but it's tight enough that I didn't have to pin it, that I did not have to couch it down.
Okay,
Should you couch it down? Probably. But it's tight enough that you don't have to. If you
Okay.
get it tight enough, you don't have to. And depending on what you're going to do with it, too. Is it something everybody's going to be touching? Or is it something, like, are you going to hit somebody if they're going to touch it? Probably. So it's not going to be one of those things that everybody is touching either. But there are things that if I'm doing this kind of beading, I am gonna couch it in the middle. I'm gonna take a piece of floss or even the beading thread, and I'm gonna couch it in the middle. And you can do that. And that just creates a little bit of a a tightening of it, which is actually a good thing to do.
okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Any other questions on the body, the greens, the background? If you need anything, let me know. I can get it out to you. I know somebody needed some Silk Lame Petite for the background. I have ordered some for this project. So if you need more, let me know and I'll get it out. Okay, so let's get on to the hair. I'm going to change my camera and I'm going to show you how I did this. This is up as well. Okay. So the first thing with the hair is the satin stitch. Excuse this, I've already done a little bit this. So you're gonna satin stitch the entire hair, even the little part that's a flower. So you're going to satin stitch that entire piece of hair. And in some areas, I went over it twice. So when you get to it, it's going to look like this. And this is on the tutorial as well, by the way. This is up there already. So it will look like, I'm going to bring this down so you can see it better. Well, that's not going to work. Let's just move the camera. There you go. So when you're done with the satin stitch, it's going to look like this. Okay. And that's what the base of her head is going to look like. All right. The entire thing covered. And the next thing you're going to do
Will it
is
be slightly,
next-
will it be slightly lopsided because of the design?
no,
No?
no, for some reason, it doesn't really get lopsided. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your thread and you're going to start putting in your hair. And like I said, I found an easier way for you guys to do it than I did it, because this is not embroidery and this is super easy with embroidery. It's less easy with needlepoint. Okay. So what I did is I took a piece of thread and I doubled it because of the way that we typically do it. I doubled it and I created two ends. And this is your first piece on either side. Okay, so by the time you're finished, you have an entire head of hair. This might be a little heavy for some, but you have an entire head of hair. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this head of hair I don't know if any of you have daughters or had daughters and did French braids. Okay. The lower you go in the base of the hair, the longer the braid is going to be. Okay. And after you separated the hair a little bit, and if you can look at mine, I have hair going in a lot of different directions. You want to just make sure that you have enough to create a French braid. Some people, mine is probably, I probably would have done mine a little bit thinner. But I had actually never done a French braid before, if you can believe that. And I think the reason why is because when I got married the first time, I wanted a French braid and I had this thick, curly, long hair. And the girl that was doing my hair said, I can't do it in a French braid. You have too much hair. And so I said, cut it off.
Oh,
And so the day of the wedding, it was as short as it is now in all curls. Probably why I'm divorced the first time around. So needless to say,
You get the ones at the top though. Do you not go straight across? You just kind of angle it?
you kind of angle it. You
Okay.
kind of angle it. Or you can just put a knot in and then just bring it up top. The thing with putting a knot in is it just makes it a little thick. Okay. So if you can angle it, if you can go over one or over two with it, it's going to make it a little less thick.
Oh, but
Okay.
you're not like angling it from like the bottom.
No, you don't have to angle it from the bottom, but kind of maybe bringing it over 2 stitches.
Okay.
All right. It'll make it easier. Then with the French knot, as you know, you're going to start in the middle. The French braid, you're going to start in the middle, maybe take 3 and bring that down. And then you start, well, I'll take that. And then you start with your French braid. So, and you're going to do this all the way down.
Any idea about how long you made your strands?
My strands were pretty long. Um, my strands went halfway down the dress,
Okay,
okay? And then once they, once, and then I cut it obviously. And I didn't cut it until after I had done it. And then the reason why is because I wasn't sure how long it would have been. And I had to do the French braid over a couple of times because,
Okay.
as I said, I had never done a French braid before. So it did take a little bit of effort on my part, and that's okay. That is okay. And you just continue down to the point where you're comfortable. And like I said, the further you go down on the head, the longer the braid will be. And you just want to make sure that you have enough thread in order to make the braid the way you want it to be. And I do have a tutorial up on this, and I will resend it. And as I said, I will also send you the page, the link to the page. This is not my best work, but okay. And as you move along, you can see you're creating the braid. And it was about halfway down the dress because I did a lot of cutting. And I put it in a ribbon before I cut. And I kind of left it there until I was ready. And that's all you have. So that's your French braid. And some
So,
of you probably an expert at French braids already.
so you French braid the whole braid. You don't go from a French braid to just a regular braid.
Nope, I French braided the whole thing.
Thank you.
When did you stitch the neck? Before you did the oval of the head or after?
Before I did the oval, after I did the oval of the head.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
and you said you just kind of used random long stitches?
Random long stitches, and I kind of crossed over.
Okay,
I did cross over. I didn't kind of cross over. I crossed over in order to give an illusion of a braid.
got it,
I'll
got
do a
it.
big, I'll do another picture of this one as well.
Okay, okay,
Okay. So if it flipped up, it didn't look too weird.
okay.
Did you add hair to like the left side to kind of compensate for the green headpiece?
Yes. But if you're looking at it, it does not look off center.
Yeah.
It just, it basically, it covers everything.
That's a good point, yeah.
Okay. And you can go back and put a bow there if you'd like. But I didn't feel when I saw that it covered everything, I was fine.
Okay.
Because I felt there was enough sequins and beads and enough going on that she didn't need that piece. Some people love putting bedazzling all the way, and I'm a little bit more simplistic, that I just decided not to.
Okay.
And some of you will do this French braid much better than I will.
So I have a question on the background. If we're gonna cover the head with the satin stitch, instead of compensating at the edge of the head, can you just run the background into the head?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Make life easy as possible.
okay.
Mm-hmm. You can definitely do that. Any other questions? Boy, you're an easy group.
Wait till we do it.
Well, some
Yeah,
of
wait
you
till
are,
I start cutting the turkey work.
if you need help, call Susan. You have my email, you have my phone number, and that's my cell phone number. And if you need help, seriously, reach out. That's what I'm here for.
Could you do the turkey work sample again?
Can I do that again? Yes. Hold on. Let me go back over. Turkey work sample. So think of it as a backwards lazy daisy. Okay. A little waist knot. Thank you. And then you're going to come up above. Go through and down. And it's tight. Do the same for the next door neighbor. Through the same hole. Above. Down. Hold on, I'm going to lose my thread. And it's tight.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll do one more, and then what I'll do is I'll pretend this is done.
Oh, good.
Okay. Okay, so we're pretending this is done. I don't have my favorite scissors here, but hold on a second, I'll go grab them. Okay. So take these scissors, and the first thing I'm going to do is cut the loop. Oh, I might need a new pair. I've cut my loop. We can see how long these are. Some of these are longer than others. I always do that. I'm going to start by just evening them out. So now they're all the same length. Okay. I'm like, oh, that's still too long. I'm only going to cut it this much. I'm like, no, it's still too long. Gonna cut it a little bit more. Nope, still too long. And I know that's too long, but I'm gonna go down. I'm just gonna keep going until I feel comfortable. But see how I didn't really take that much off? And I'm not gonna take that much off, but the more, and you don't want to cut it off in sections, because if you cut it off in sections, you're gonna, something is definitely gonna go awry. But I'm going to take, right now, that's a good spot. So I've cut it down. It's about the size of my fingernail, which is a little too long. So it's about that long. And I would probably cut it a little bit shorter, depending on what it is. But I would leave it there, kind of play with it, leave it alone, come back to it. And for this piece, for what we're doing, I might do it a tiny bit shorter, but if I'm going to do it a tiny bit shorter, it's a tiny bit. It's not even 1/4 of an inch. I'd leave it there for a day, come back to it. And these are the scissors I'm using. So these are double curved. They lay straight on the canvas. Ugh. Technology is supposed to be so easy. So these are the scissors. And they sit straight on the canvas, which is why I love them. Super easy. Any questions?
Thank you. That was helpful.
And these are tight. It's tight. You cannot move these. Think of it as a backwards lazy daisy. It's just a backwards it's a backwards lazy turkey work. Okay. If you need anything, holler. And I will, as soon as this uploads this afternoon, it will be late this afternoon because I've got a bunch of stuff to do. I will get this over to everybody, and I will make sure that you have everything that you need. And if you do not get it, Barbara, email me. I'm on mute.
Yeah,
She's on.
will do.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. You have a great day. And if you need anything in between, let me know. Because this was the last one, but I want to see your progress. I want to see them. I really do. I'd love to see them all. That is gorgeous, Susan. Oh, Susan, that looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can
Wow.
see you're ready to
Oh,
do,
wow.
you're ready to do your turkey work.
Yeah, I just have to get up the nerve to trim it.
It's okay. You'll get there. It looks great.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.